I need to do F6 tables in a bit. We'll start streaming.
Yep.
Oh, don't worry, I'll send stream links into the chat.
Okay.
You just focus on doing what you need to do.
Yeah. So, hello everyone, and welcome to PSGL F5 for round 8 here in Germany. Today, Leon isn't able to make it, so yet again we have got a co-commentator to fill in, and that co-commentator is the one, the only Lickle Blocks. Say hello.
Hello everyone, looking forward to joining Jamie today for F5 commentary.
Yep, if you don't mind, you read out the standings.
Yeah, I'm just getting them up now. We have, yeah, just got them up now. We have currently, oh Jesus, hard to see from there. First is F1 Mr. P on 67, I do believe. Second, White Fountain on 63. Third is Jack Tyler 48. Can barely see it. Yeah, fourth is Neil, fifth is Shred, sixth is LJ Seymour, seventh Jay Garty, eighth Warren Haig, ninth Jamie, and 10th Luke Bailey. Really big in the top 10 or further down. We'll just go further down. So after Luke Bailey in 11th we have Storm, 12th Gazerman, 13th Mr. Stim, 14th LSC, 15th Smudge, 16th David Woodman, 17th Deja Vu, 18th Johnny, 19th Timmy, 20th Nicholas, 21st UA, 22nd Connery's, 23rd Miles, and round out the whole group, the bomb on 24th. And yeah, for the constructors we have Mercedes leading the way, McLaren in second, Renault third, Sauber fourth, Toro Rosso fifth, Ferrari sixth, Williams seventh, Cindy eighth, Haas ninth, and Red Bull 10th.
And oh, we have two spinners at the Parabolica curve. I think it's the Parabolica curve in the first sector. Mr. Stim and Simo have come together in two completely separate incidents, because I saw Simo was spun off already, but Mr. Stim did lose it on his outlap and crashed into the Sauber. Meanwhile, Jack Tyler is about to finish a lap on the mediums, so it looks like he isn't going to be up to spec here. Jamie Met actually goes fastest on a 1:14.7 on the ultras. It's not a good time, but Jack Tyler beats that for 1:13.6 on the mediums. Sorry for the blue screen.
I think Mr. P's had a bit of an off. It seemed to have a bit of dirt on his tyres. May have just gone onto the marbles like he is now, just to let cars through. But
yeah,
I don't know what's going on with Simo. Seems, oh god.
Yeah, he spun and crashed. That's why he's got wing damage.
Wow.
Anyone else on? Well, coming towards the end of the lap was Gazmanners on the mediums too, like Jack Tyler. And coming around the last corner now is Gazerman to complete his lap. What's he going to set here? And he goes third fastest with a 1:14.1. He is now, of course, a new full-time driver. I think replacing Johnny, I believe, because he was in the Williams before. So Gazerman is now a full-time driver. Anyone else coming around to finish a lap? Similar on the grass again. So BOA 9 is backed off his lap. Warren Haig doesn't look like a decent lap here. Maybe sandbagging. And yeah, it's invalidated actually. So Lickle, what's your predictions for pole?
Don't really know many people, but had to choose someone, I'd go somewhere I've heard from a lot, and so I'd say it'd be Mr. Stim. I don't really know much about F5, as I said, but it'll either be Mr. Stim or not Storm, sorry. This one fastest. Or F1 Mr. P. I'm not sure.
Interesting about Stim there. Of course, he hasn't had the best of seasons in a Toro Rosso so far, but of course, Nickel doesn't know that. Of course, he has said that he is, but he does not know much about the drivers yet. I would say Mr. P is not a bad shout because he is, of course, in the Championship lead at the minute and on Ultras. That's a fast lap, well, but start a fast lap rather, as he is coming around the last two corners. Actually bails into the pits, okay then. As Alice is now coming out of the pits, the new reserve driver, I believe, in the Ferrari. And she is out on the mediums. And has anyone else set laps?
Not really. We have a report from the chat that apparently Mr. P blocked.
Oh, Jack Tyler complaining again.
Look at Storm, miles quicker. Wow.
He is, I believe, on the softs. Yeah, he's on the softs, and I think he's the only one to actually set a competitive lap on them. That is around where I was on the softs actually yesterday. Was the pole lap I think was in the 110s yesterday. I think it was Brand that set it on the Ultras. Alright, and saying that.
Yeah, well, as we don't know what the weather is going to be for the races. You may have seen yesterday if you were watching F6, it literally changed with a blink of an eye. 1 minute it was dry, next minute it was raining, so maybe there's so many people qualifying.
Oh, David Warbank nearly losing it. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Yeah, well, I was saying, there's so many people possibly on the mediums. Could suggest either they're doing the 1 seconds in the dry, or they have to stretch long for the rain, I don't know. But impressive lap from White Fountain, very impressive.
Yep, I don't know if you know this, but he actually did manage to lap the whole field at Monaco.
Yeah, I saw that. My jaw dropped in belief shock. And I saw that. Wow, dominant performance from him.
I was waiting for something to happen to him, but it never did, and of course he actually came out with the drive of the season, in my opinion, in all divisions.
Well, Alice is taking a very unconventional line
And
at the moment.
McLaren of Jamie has gone off into the gravel at the corner before the Sats curve. Don't know the name of that corner.
That's a corner, I like to call it.
And interestingly, he says he's on the ultras on the graphics, but on track he's on the mediums. So that's a bit odd. As BOA 9 of all people goes quickest. In the Red Bull, of course, scored their first points of the season last time out in Austria, collecting 4 of them. But he has gone fastest on the ultras, and to be honest, that's not really a quick lap on the ultras. I would expect that actually to be beaten. So, yep, it's good to see BOA 9 up there, but I don't think he'll be up there for long.
Yeah, well, another person on the ultras who look like he's having a decent lap is Niels22. Correct me if I'm wrong saying that name. I was about to comment over him last week, but
I think he might be on the softs because it says he's on the softs on the graphics.
Oh yeah, he must. No, for me this is an ultras. Niels in P13 says ultras are forfeited and what he's on. So we'll see.
Well, he's into pits anyway, so it looks like he isn't going to settle up just yet. He'll joke a lot.
Have you got the thing where it shows on the spectator menu tyres fitted or best?
It says best and fitted. Wait, no, that's the best tyre, so yeah. I'm going fitted, I think that's the best.
Yeah, I say fitted just the best one for now. So you see what tyres people are on in quali.
Meanwhile, Alice is up into 10th on the mediums, so She is learning here in F5 in the first competitive race here. Some yellows in sector 2 and 3. Well, 3 now. They've gone away. Maybe for slow cars. As Jay Carty goes 9th. Hello, Bran. Good to see you here.
I'm gonna watch Jack Tyler. I want to see how he's gonna navigate this Toro Rosso car around the circuit of Nürburgring, is it, or Hockenheim? And he's completely exceeded turn one. That's an invalid straightaway.
Yep. Tell that by him backing off there. As Mr. P goes fastest on ultras, 1:11.8, and I think he can actually pull a little bit more out of those tyres. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see why not. But interestingly, B-Way is coming out on the soft, so he clearly thinks he can beat his lap, possibly. Good from him. Quite
Maybe.
good.
It's been a good performance
Wasn't he in
from him
F3
in
at one
qualifying.
stage? Wasn't he in F3? I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure. I think that might have been Schweb.
I know
Schweb
he
was
won a
supposed to be
championship a few seasons.
Oh,
Storm.
Storm.
I know he
Second
won a
qualifying
championship a
Storm.
few seasons ago, but I'm not sure if he got promoted to F3 because of it.
I'm not sure about that. I don't know much about BUA9.
History books.
Yellow flag. For slow cars. So, Neil's Notorious and Smudge are yet to settle up. I think Smudge is about to settle up here. And it's invalidated at 120, so that would have been last anyway. But Notorious is out on the Ultras. Depending on what his teammate can do, he's gone third on a set of Ultras. Maybe Notorious can also get up there in the Red Bull.
Oh, Jack Tyler, that is silly. Oh, Jack Tyler just completely blocked Warren Haig. I was on board with Warren Haig. He was going to come into the pits, but decided to turn out, and then just killed Warren Haig. Absolutely poor driving from the Toro Rosso driver there.
Did he turn out the pit entry?
He was going to go in. It's like he was going to go in, but then changed his mind at the final second and came back out, and there was Warren Haig into when he goes. And I'd be very interested to see the chat now after seeing Jack Tyler moaning at F1 Mr. P for blocking his lap. He caused someone to crash into the back of him, rip his wheel off. This is going to be very interesting to say the least.
Well, we have seen penalties given out, especially in Austria in F6 last week for Krikri, where he got a penalty, a quali ban, for going over the pit entry line. I think that could be a bit more coming Jack Tyler's way, if that's exactly what he's done, as Smudge has gone third on a set of softs. That's not bad from Smudge, who's only scored one set of points, and that was a 5th place, I believe, in Brazil. Since then, he has not been able to score, as LFC is in the chat. It's good to see him. And Niels is finally out of the pits and on softs on his out lap. Is there anyone else on the lap?
Notorious, he's coming through the Sats curb now for on his ultra, so it'd be interesting to see if he pits. He's pushing hard, runs quite.
Yeah, that's invalid.
That's got to be invalid.
Yeah. You could be
just to keep you updated with chat.
Oh no, it wasn't invalidated. He's gone 7th. Notorious. That was actually pretty lucky from Notorious not to get invalidated there. I know that corner is actually pretty lenient, but still.
Maybe because he slowed down a lot.
Yep. Oh, look, Bailey's on 10.
Quite a bit. Yeah. You want an update from the chat? So I've got the messages on. The P saying he tried to block me, Warren, and then wait to report that crap. Pathetic, and yeah. So not looking good for
It's already kicking off.
Yeah, it's kicking off. It's kicking off.
Just want to make sure it doesn't get too feisty in there.
Just keep the stream on. What's it called? Don't bother putting the blue screen if your notifications off. I advise turning your notifications off, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right now, actually. Right. There we go, just turn them off. Great, so no, we're not going to get a black screen or a blue screen, as Storm actually retires from the session. And
Ooh,
BUA9,
BUA.
I think Storm must have retired because of him. BUA9, who's on, he's lost his wing, but after such a good qualifying session, he's got a 5-place grid penalty to go with that 4th place. And lucky for him, because he was doing such a good job of, not really unlucky if he did take him out, but yeah.
Yeah, Gazman.
Oh, what's happening to Gazman? He's gone 4th.
He went up to P4. Look at Jay Carty, 8 laps in the mediums. That is some commitment.
I would recommend changing those tyres, because if he starts in those mediums, well, he's outside the top 10 actually, so yeah. Yeah, Brian, I just turned them off, so you shouldn't be saying that too much again.
I'm gonna ride on board with Jack. What I'm seeing from the chat is it looks like Storm has completely run or hit BUA when he's turning in or something, because Storm's saying he's behind, and the cues of BUA not that hard to see him, so clearly some sort of controversy going on there.
Yep, Jack Tyler as and we have got our first David Wallbank hater in the chat. I'll be keeping my eye on that chat just in case he gets a bit out of hand. Timeouts will be given out if it does get out of hand, because last week was just bizarre. It was just way too much. So yeah, just be careful what you say in the stream chat. And Mr. P has also retired. I'm not going to say that on stream. As, wait, Simo has got front wing damage. Now Alice is retired. And what's happened here with Simo? Did he collide with Mr. P? Because Mr. P retired not too long ago.
Oh, Simo, jeez.
Yo's exit. Welcome to the stream. F4 didn't beat F6 in qualifying, and it looks like F5 has also not beaten F6, but Jack Tyler has just gone second with a 1:11.4 on Ultra Softs. But with the amount of people qualifying on the Ultra Softs, is there a chance of rain? Because the top 3 have all qualified on Ultras.
Maybe they think 2 slots quicker. Maybe with the new patch recently, with Titans being no longer pretty much a thing, they think they can get away with a 1 stop of 8 laps, possibly on the Ultras and 26 on the mediums.
Can't wait to bully David. Okay, that's a timeout. That's a timeout.
Alright, I got it.
No, I got it. He was warned. Niles looks like he isn't going to set a lap here. He's backed out the way for Notorious, I think that was, who's gone incredibly wide at the last 2 corner again, and I think that might have invalidated his lap. No, he's gone 9th. Those last 2 corners are very, very lenient. In fact, he's actually Miles has gone 6th, but he has a tendency for crashing out a lot, so yeah. I don't think he'll be there for long. Not gonna lie, no offense. So yeah, that's actually qualifying finished. So yeah, we got Storm on pole, Jack Tyler 2nd, Mr. P in 3rd, White Fountain 4th, Smudge 5th, Miles 6th, Gazman 7th, Niels in 8th, B-Way 9th, but that is going to go down. I think he's going to drop down to 14th because he did get awarded a 5-place grid drop. So 9th will be Notorious, 10th will be David Wallbank, 11th will be Jamie, 12th will be Warren Haig, 13th will be Alice, 14th will be B-Way 9, and I'm just waiting for the screen to load so I can read out the rest of the grid. And here we go. Yep, so 15th is Stim, quite surprisingly. Jay Cart is 16th, Luke Bailey 17th, and in last place on the grid is Simo. Thoughts on qualifying?
Quite eventful.
Yeah.
More crashes than we had in F6 last night.
Well, we have on a lap one between a Red Bull that
Creekery and
apparently, yeah,
Vitinho, and then
yeah,
Suarez and Takis car. That was it.
and Rapid was involved in the Creekery incident as well. But yeah, and we also have Bobble losing his wing and not even pitting. That was pretty funny. Easy position for me
No,
at least.
he's got balls of steel. Just yeah. Look at Brand flexing that pole position, 8 tenths. Let's face it, Brand, you're not an F6 driver. You're not F6 pace. Easy up top of F,
But
mid of pack of F3.
he did set the time on ultras though. I'm
So
just gonna
did
put
the
that.
guy first.
But yeah, here. And Mr. P has been arguably a bit quick this season, so yeah.
Well, I'm just going to give my opinion on qualifying with that incident regarding Warren Haig and Jack Tyler's. My opinion's not really much you can do to debate what happened. It looked pretty obvious. Stupid argument in the chat because of it,
Yeah.
but pretty obvious what it was. Jack thought about pitting, decided not to, sand the apex, and Warren Haig was left with nowhere to go, and unfortunately hit him.
So here we go then
Saved the
on the
POV
formation.
of it.
Okay. So here we go then on the formation lap. Storm will lead the pack. Have you got any predictions for the race to the top three?
I say first will be. Let me get my tyres up. First will be ILRT Smudge. Second, White Fountain. Third, F1 Mr. P.
Interesting. Wait, it was first Smudge, did you put?
Yeah.
Interesting indeed then. He is on the soft, so he actually impressed me quite a lot in that qualifying session. So then, just waiting for the boring formation lap to end. And also on the start, I know Leon does this with me, but if you could keep your eye on the mid to the back of the grid for any collisions, I'll be fine.
I've got you. I'll stay on board with Simo. Seeing he's at the back, he'll have the best POV for lap 1.
Yep. Wonder who can get a good start like me yesterday. I pulled off a double overtake into turn 1. I'm not going to boast about it too much though.
Where did he finish in the end yesterday? My mind's gone blank. I still need to do the tables. I choose to remember, but
Wait, where did I
haven't
finish?
done tables yet. Yeah.
I think I finished 8th. I came across the line 7th, but got penalties, so Duo got 7th.
Oh well, penalties going to be a big factor in this race, 100%.
Alice and B-Way 9 were both disqualified. I think they came together with each other. So Storm in the Williams on pole. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen enough in F6. But, yep, he has got Jack Tyler alongside him. I bet he can't wait for the start. So,
Yeah, just
yep.
if in case you didn't know, the Formula 1 game retweeted your channel link for the race.
That's cool. So the lights are on. We skipped the 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. It's lights out and away we go. And it looks like that Jack Tyler's got an average start. Storm has got away really well off the grid. And he will lead down into turn 1. Followed by Jack, then Mr. P, then Smudge, who's gone up into 4th off the line. And so is Miles up into 5th place. White Fountain looking at him here. As Smudge runs wide and Miles is now up into 4th place. And oh, they nearly came together. Did Smudge and White Fountain. Gazman into 7th and Niles is dropping back. He has not got any damage though. But Storm leads. Closely followed by Jack, who was thinking about a move there for a sec. And actually could get him. Oh, what's happened here?
Oh, there's contact, Niels. My bloody god, it's going to end messy. Oh, there's a Red Bull in the wall. It's Notorious.
Oh, is it? Oh, no.
Notorious. I think it was a collision between Stim, Notorious, and Alice. Notorious just left nowhere to go. I think that's his race over and done with.
Yep, BWA 9 has had a good start up into 11th from 14th, despite him having a 5 place grid drop. and he could be on the verge of points again. And Miles has also had a really good start into fourth, although he did cut that corner a bit. He has a tendency for getting penalties, does Miles. So Storm half a second in front. On the first lap, he runs really wide into turn 1. I'll give Jack Taylor a bit of an advantage. And of course, slipstream around here is really effective. Is there anything else happening up and down the field?
Jack Tyler attacking Son.
Oh. Told you
But
that
late
she was
on the
effective. He's going to go
brakes.
around the outside. Tries to cut back, but it doesn't work.
Victoria's having to box in, unfortunately, for a set of sauce. I think he's stuck in the pits.
Nope,
No,
he's
graphical
been
glitch,
released.
this game's trash. Oh, Jack!
Oh! Jack Tyler up into P1, and Storm has lost it! He's lost it! And he's crashed into the wall, and he's lost his front wing. The pole sitter.
Can I say it?
Yeah, go on.
It's a bottle from Storm. And into the wall he goes.
Yep. He's going to have to be careful of other cars going round him. That's really unfortunate, though, for the pole sitter, who's crashed out on lap 2. Jack Tyler now leads by a second and a bit. He's out of DRS range. Is Mr. P, and Smudge has got a penalty in P4, but Miles is up into P3 in the Haas. What a start from Miles. Let's have a look at the biggest winners and losers then of the first 2 laps. If I can find it.
Oh no, look at Jack's DRS.
That's not it.
Got like 2%.
There we go. Oh god. So the biggest winners, because there's actually quite a lot of them, actually I say that, it's Simo, who started last. He's up into 13th position, so it's not a bad start there from Simo, aided by some collisions. B-Way 9 also at 4 positions. Warren Haig as well, as a advertisement board was broken there, I'm pretty sure on the lap. David Warbank up 4 positions, up to P6. And I think Fletcher will be happy about that. And then it's Miles, who is up 3 positions into 3rd, although could get a few penalties. Could have something to say about that.
Storm's crashed out, and he said in your stream, Mr. P, I give up. I'm just trying to think back. Was Mr. P anywhere near him? Let me just go back to your. I'm just gonna go back.
I was on board with him. I was on board with him. It looks like he just lost it on his own. I don't know if there was any desync in there or something.
Just gonna have a look at the gap. The gap's currently half a second at the moment from what I'm looking at. When I thought Notorious was stuck in the pit. It's about 7/10 of a second, 2/10. Oh yeah, he has been hit. He did get hit by Mr. P.
Interesting. A twist in the championship there. Would Mr. P get any discipline? Although he is within 1/10 now of Jack. A move could be coming. Looks like Jack Tyler maybe started to slow down a bit on those ultras now. They are wearing more than Mr. P's, it seems. Miles on the ultra softs too, but this is going to play in the. Oh, it's David Warbank. He's lost half of his wing, and after such a good start, David Warbank is now down to 12th without a wing. He'll have to pit. But this is going to work. Oh, Miles has gone. Miles has spun off at the penultimate corner. He's gone very wide. A white fountain.
This is having a disaster.
Yeah. Don't rejoin in front of your teammate. Yeah, he's clear of him. Good. So, the Haas is going to double stack.
Oh,
the Haas is...
Mr. P!
Mr.
P!
Oh!
He's messed the braking. He's absolutely messed it.
And Miles gets a 5-second stop. Go for speeding in the pits, and this is going to play right into the hands of White Fountain, who's now on the softs. Knowing these two up ahead will have to pit, and of course he's actually going to get past one of them here, if he's got enough power. So have to hold back for now as Smudge is down the inside of Niles, and they come together, and Niles is off the track. Niels, rather. Sorry if I'm pronouncing it wrong. Looks like he's going to come back at him, though. No. And I think that battle settled down as in the background, Alice and Simo are both having a little go for 11th. Jake Hart is seem to got away from his teammate of their own. Jack Tyler's got a 3-second time penalty.
What's your opinions on the move on the straight from Mr. P? I thought it was a bit late in my opinion. I looked very late when White Panther was going to come through. So I was on board with White Panther at the time, and it looked like
Oh, Jack Tyler's in
he
the
had
pits.
Oh, he is as well.
So that means that
What I
Mr.
was
P
saying
will
is,
temporarily lead.
it looked like he moved a bit late in front of White Panther, making the other two very curly. All
Yellow
set the
flag.
free.
And it's
It's
Luke.
Luke.
Bailey. And he has spun where Miles has spun on the opposite side of the track, though. Mercedes, well, Mr. P has given me the strategy for the two Mercedes boys. He messages Leon every race their strategy too. And it looks like that it might not work now. Oh, what's going on here?
Nils. Dive it.
Oh.
Optimistic.
Wait, he's up to second. Oh my god. And now Smudge is having a look at Mr. P, and they nearly came together for a second. He's going to cut back at him here. Down the inside. There's a bit of wheel contact, and Smudge is up past him there. You have to get his elbows out. Oh, what's going on? Oh. Gazzaman's going to go around the outside for him. Oh. He's going to run wide. Doesn't hit the gravel, though. Oh, is Warrenegg thinking about it? Nope. Jake High up 9 positions from where he started. That's not bad. He started 16th,
This is dream.
to
This is
7th.
dreamland for Jack Tyler. He came out.
Yep,
Look at the gap
Mr.
got
P's
ahead of
in.
him, and they're all battling.
Niles sets the fastest lap. Could be on for another victory. 2 in a row is possible for Niles or Niels. I keep on saying Niles because I'm used to saying it like that. Sorry about that. And Jack Tyler has jumped Mr. P by a long margin. Mr. P is still in his pit stall for a sec there. And Jack Tyler is now at Parabolica.
He must have had some sort of wing change. He has had lost almost 10 seconds in the space of a lap. Surely not.
Yeah, he's coming out in front of his teammate. What?
I think him and Smudge collided though. Smudge and Mr. P. It seemed like Smudge went very late on the brakes and almost barged him off the Mercedes grandstand. But no, may have had to have a wing change to make him drive team, so came out so far back. Nothing else.
Yep. Surprisingly though, no retirees so far. Although we've had a few wing changes. I don't want to jinx it. And Miles nearly losing it there. He's lost a bit of time to White Fountain, who seems to be getting ahead now. Those softs might be starting to work a bit. And this is crucial, of course, for White Fountain in the championship hunt. Of course, he is in that championship hunt in second place, not far behind Mr. P. So right now, it's all falling into the hands of him. Anything happening down the field? Doesn't look like it. Except this is where the main action is happening.
Yeah, not really anything. Oh, hang on, no, Gazzaman attacking Warren Haig. The inside should be nice.
I'm going to go to leader Uzat, and it is a glitch. Oh no, it isn't a glitch. Notorious has spun out of Sachs.
I think that's his race over and done with. What he's doing there.
He does tend to soldier on though, does Notorious, despite his... Oh, something's happened to Smudge, I think, because he's gone really slow on the exit of the hairpin there and has lost 2 positions to Alice and Jack Tyler. So I think something has definitely happened to Smudge. Bit of sudden silence there, as Warren Haig is... But he clips the gravel a bit, that's not going to help his tyres.
Just monitoring the gap to the leader between Jack Tyler and White Fountain. They seem to be lapping at a similar pace, if not White Fountain's quicker at this current stage. Gap 13.5. I'm just going to monitor that. Just remember 13.5 seconds. How much we forget it. But don't seem to be coming down.
Oh, yellow flag. And is it? Yeah, I think it is because he's lost time to Mr. P, isn't he? Speaking of Mr. P, he's gone quickest on the softs. But he's actually still a long way off Jack Tyler, who is on the curving straight. He's at turn 2, I think, Mr. P. Yep. So then, as the battles fizzle out, I'm going to try and avoid going on a T-cam with Gazman, because I think he had the high red glitch. Yep. I'm going to try and avoid going on board with him to save everyone's ears. We should go on board with it. Actually, let's go on board with David Warbank, because he is about to eye up and move on Luke Bailey for 15th. It won't mean much in the context of the race, but it's still something. Luke Bailey's running really wide there. Got over the bumps, actually chucked him off into the wall. Into the Sachs curve. None of them are bottling it so far, though. It's the exit that usually catches people out. And David Warbank, oh, he runs really wide there. And really wide off that corner, he is hugging those curves. Luke Bailey into the gravel. And actually, there is six tenths between Warren Hague and Jay Carty. Jay Carty, the way he's going, could be going off a driver of the day at the minute. Started 16th, up into 5th. It's all going well for him. Let's hope he doesn't bottle it.
Wallbank down the inside.
Who was that?
Should look.
Oh, Steve Wallbank, is it?
Yeah, that's easy. Luke just ran off track and let him through pretty much, I think.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be involved with David Wallbank, knowing that what he's like, and Storm does get a penalty. Back up the field again. Some battles starting to brew now, especially the most eye-catching one you would expect to be 4th place, but Mr. P is about to get past here the Red Bull of B-Way 9 for 12th. He's going to go for it, turn 1. Backs out of it and actually gets a penalty for his efforts. Thinks about that. He would wait to the straight if I was him, because that's where the slipstream is. He's going to get DRS now, and the slipstream will give him a massive boost here, and the DRS, and sorry about that, but we are going to look at this battle here between Alice and Smudge for P8. And looks like a pretty clean move for Alice.
Jack Tyler's quickly catching onto the back of Jamie.
Oh.
I'm going to be interested to watch this. Hopefully Jamie both don't get out of the way like Matt does. I want to see him fight for it. Be like an Aaron. Fight for your life.
As long as you keep it clean. You also know the history of Jack Tyler.
He can't afford to get stuck behind Jamie. Because, to be fair to White Phantom, he's doing a solid job. Remember I told you like 4 laps ago it was 13.5. It's only 12.5 now. So, on 4 lap younger tyres, Jack Tyler hasn't really caused much like expected him to.
Jay Carty's up into 4th. Warren Hague looks like he hasn't got the RS to keep up with him. With a battle brewing up now for P3, and I'm trying to avoid going on board with Gazman, like I said. As Jack Tyler is now... Oh, he nearly made contact with his rear there. That could have been front wing damage loss. But looks like he's going to have to stay behind him for now. Will Jamie act like a Petrov? Will not let him through.
This is costing... Alright, let me... I'm going to hide out. Time out Fletcher.
Yeah.
Not needed. Well, I don't get it. I mean... He's doing his team proud. I'm not even sure if he's in a team, but if he is in one, you're doing your team proud, mate.
Yeah. I think he is in the team that says CPI in his name. And Gazman pits on the softs. The first of the soft runners to pit here in the German Grand Prix. That means that Jay Carty will be temporarily up to P3. Gives Jack Tyler a bit of a boost as well, as now he's more up the order. That makes sense. He is going to get the toe, I think, here on Jamie, whether Jamie goes defensive or not. Of course, he is going on the long run on the mediums.
Makes sense to go.
And Jack Tyler's comfortably past him. It should be anyway. Yep, there's no switch back there. So Jack Tyler is back, well, up and past here. Jamie, although he looks like he was going to go for that. Too far back, way too far back. And Stim and Simo and Gazaman are having a three-way battle for ninth here. Gazaman is going to go side by side with Simo. Backs out of it for now, but cuts the inside. But that's not enough to actually make the move. And Mr. P is right on the back of this now. Coming through the tricky section of the track. Stim has actually got a time penalty. Oh, what's happened?
What a move from Mr. B. Down the inside. Gaz ran wide and straight through went Mr. B.
Using the old noggin to good effect. Simo will not want to give this one up. Although he's going to go for a turn one, and he's actually got it pretty comfortably, although he runs wide. As Smudge is now pitted. Seemed like a good start from him, as seemed to turn into a bit of a disaster. So Gazman now around the outside of Stimo. The revs glitch has been fixed, thank God. So I can now go on board with him again.
I think White Panther's going to box in at the end of this lap. It's kind of a solid job. It's still, the gap's still 13 seconds between him and Jack Taylor. What an effort from him. It's pretty much his win in the bag now.
Yeah.
Just don't speed into the pits here, and it's pretty much your win.
Yep. So White Fountain into pits, like you just said. Where's he going to come out though?
I say around P7, P8.
There is a bit of a battle there actually, but Alice has just peeled off into the pits. What tyres is she going to go on?
Perfect.
Yeah. That's perfect now for White Fountain in clean air. On the mediums, those are going to go to the end. And I think that is the win in the bag, unless something happens. You never know, we haven't been informed of what the weather could be like. It could change to rain at any point, because it was like this in F6 at this point yesterday. It was quite sunny at this point in the race. We all know
Gas
what
down
happened
the
at the
inside,
end.
Mr. P.
Oh.
I think Mr. P might have picked up damage.
Oh, Gazman, what are you doing? You have nothing to lose. You have penalties.
Don't crash, don't crash. I mean, don't die. Just don't die. Oh, bloody hell! Don't give me a heart attack like that ever again. Party pits.
Yep. Had a good old stint there. Started 16th and was up as high as the lead. And Miles is now actually back into the mix again. He's up into P10 after winning it out of P3 early on.
Man, watch Gazman.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's oh
there's contact.
Oh, you know, guys, desync does exist.
Mr. P's going
Mr.
way
P,
too aggressive. This is shocking. What the?
He's getting frustrated.
He's had his troubles in qualifying. Look, he's just losing his head. Calm down, Mr. P. You're gonna reach your spot.
Oh, he's gonna go for it. Oh, he actually gets it done. Thank you.
Oh, Gaz is hitting him.
Oh,
Gaz is hitting him.
Oh, they're both out. And oh no, Miles. Is okay. I thought Miles was gonna hit him then for a sec. Is that a safety car?
I was waiting for the. No, I was waiting for death. I was quite literally waiting for death. One hates smartly pits.
Yep.
That's just shocking from both.
Jack Tyler is gonna be going absolutely berserk right now. And White Fountain.
So
the first two retirees of the race, and it is, well, one of them's Mr. P, and White Fountain is in second place now. Past his teammate, I think it was a bit of team orders there, not gonna lie.
Jamie just pulled right off him straight and thrown through.
Yep. So now White Fountain has his eyes set on Jack Tyler. Jack Tyler, I think, will have to pit again. He's gone on to the softs. He obviously believed that.
He might say no. Well, we'll pretend that never happened. White Fountain has to try again, because Jack Tyler's on quite old softs, as you see here, and he's gaining, so this is essentially White Fountain's victory. Because look at the gap he's closing, that's coming down very quick.
Yeah, as I was saying, Jack Tyler obviously believed when he pitted that. Oh, Miles has crashed. I think, I don't know what happened there. He obviously thought that medium was not going to make it to the end when he did pit, and Miles has gone off. Really odd position to go off there. He was right in the middle of Sack's curve. I think he hit the wall on the inside. Maybe after clipping the gravels, Notorious is going really slow there to let cars through.
Yeah. Oh, he is out.
Oh, what's happened? BUA 9. It's got a stop go for ignoring yellow flag.
Oh, that's unlucky. It stems past him as well.
Yeah, I know OBS those penalties can be. But we all know. Stim so up into 8th then, and David Warbank could be up into 9th. He'll get the toe. So all of a sudden, out of nowhere, we're getting crashes left, right, and centre. As David Warbank up cleanly into 9th. Although he actually did lose it a bit there, could have gone into BUA 9. And nice dog.
Yeah, bloody annoying.
Yellow flag, sector 3 for Notorious, who was just going slow. Letting cars through. And Jack Tyler's pitted. That means White Fountain is now into the lead. Where is Jack Tyler going to rejoin the course? He doesn't have to worry about Mr. P anymore. There's a floating soft tyre. That's cool.
You know what my dog wants to do? He's jumping up onto my bed, then jumping down, then jumping back up. What do you want? Alright, get out. Bloody hell, get out.
It's cool to have a trio at the commentary box.
Right, who else wants to join?
No, it's your dog. Just saying.
No.
It's good to have a trio at the commentary box.
Just hear constant barking.
Yep, there's a three-way battle here though for 9th. Storm, Alice and Smudge. Smudge is a bit far back, but Alice is going to go for a move on Storm. Can she make it? Not quite. Now that's going to leave the door open for Smudge, who is going to cut to the inside. Oh, he's really misjudged that braking zone, and Storm, unlucky for him, has been absolutely wiped out there. And he smashes into the wall.
Now, if that causes a safety car, he's getting a big penalty coming his way.
No, there's no safety car. The yellow flags are up briefly. So that means that Simo is now up into the points, and Stim and Jamie Met are in the pits. Jamie Met's on the pit exit. But that was actually one stupid move from Smudge. Whether he tried to avoid it though. So yeah.
Oh, Storm likes to move.
Yeah, I talked to Leon about that. I'm not the one in charge, of course.
Leon's in charge, Leon or LFC.
Yeah, it's either Leon or LFC. Try and get in touch with him.
I'm showing that in Pioneer now, so he's an idiot. I'm sorry, Fletcher.
Shall we just hide it so we can't get anything else from him?
No, I should have timed him out. Yeah, he's timed out.
Yeah, he's timed out. Good.
Don't make us look like we're talking to absolutely no one. We're just going a bit in the head.
Yeah, there is no point of him doing it now, because no matter how many times he does it, he's just going to get timed out every time he does it. No matter who it is, because they all know. Is Fletcher involved in PSGL? That's what LFC is asking. B9 pits for me.
And Fletcher, yeah, he's in F2, I believe. But he's like the controversial one of F2, always crashing and causing incidents and arguments with everyone. I mean,
Maybe
not
something
only does he
needs
have
to be
that,
done.
problems on Twitter, etc. A very controversial person, to say the least.
Yep. Mr. P is the current championship leader, Zexa, but I don't know about that after this race, of course. His first DNF of the year. Well, the season rather. What'd you say?
Jack Tyler got a penalty.
He is in clean air still. He hasn't really caught up to Warren Haig. Yeah, as I was saying, no, White Fountain could be in the championship lead after this race. After Mr. P DNFing. So, it looks like there's only one battle going on, and that's for the final points position here. 3/10, well, 7/10 now, between David Woolbank and Luke Bailey, who is on the fresher tyre.
I think the highest Jack can get here is 5th.
It's David Woolbank, so yeah, I would understand that David Woolbank will be pulling away there. And Stimmable people has actually just gone quickest. With a 114.7 on the softs. That's fastest lap there. Unfortunately, that doesn't give you points, but it's something nice to have in your CV, if you could call it that.
It'll be interesting to watch back between Jamie to see if Jamie can catch Jack Tyler.
Interesting. He's on the quicker and fresher tyres. Whether those tyres can make the end of the race.
Should be able to. Should be.
Yeah. The gap's not really budging much though through the corners. I think on the long straight we'll really get to see if that gap is actually decreased or not. Keep an eye out for some battles here, depending on these gaps. Imagine if we got a safety car here. Imagine this scenes. Notorious gets back in the race if there is. Wait, no, Notorious is lapped down to and through. I wish he was allowed to lap himself under the safety car in this game so Notorious can actually get back in the race and get something for Red Bull.
I would. But we know Fortnite. Fortnite, you know.
Oh my god.
In fact, they find a way to break it somehow. So you get someone, you get like White Fountain, for example, who's in the lead, who's able to lap the safety car and then comes onto the back of the pack and whatever. Just well.
Yeah. I think it's something they should take into consideration for F1 2020, or F1 2019 rather. But I don't know if they've added that or not now, because I think they have finished development for that game. They usually finish it
beta code should be out soon, I do believe.
Yeah, they usually come around about March, April time, don't they? So I think in a few weeks from now.
Warren Haig's catching Jay Carty. Jay Carty's driving outstanding race.
Yeah.
He started honourable people of this race, along with Seymour and Warren Haig.
Yeah, Jay Carty started 16th and he's currently 3rd position. That's not bad, although that third position can actually get taken away from him here if Warren Haig gets close enough. He is on a lap fresher tyre to Jay Carty. And plus a straight line speed, the slipstream is pretty OP around here. As Stim is now on the back of Simo. What about that? I reckon he'll go for it. Jack Tyler gets another penalty. That's going to help Jamie Merck.
Finishing behind Jamie at this road.
Yep, Stim is too far back to make a move there. So, Warren Haig on the back of Jay Carty. still for P3. It'd be unfortunate for Jay Carty to miss out on the podium after such a race he's had, and Morin Haig has got such a toe, and he's going to pass him with ease. I don't know what ERS he was running there.
I think
Can't really
overtake for
see.
Haig and low for Carty.
Yeah, probably explains why there's such a big difference in straight line speed there. He's going to cut the stem on the back of Simo again, P8. He's going to like the DRS, but whether he's got the ERS, he's got a toe. It could be a move here for 8th. Simo doesn't go defensive, and Stim locks up, but gets the move done. Stim up into 8th. BWay 9 now on the back of Luke Bailey. For 11th, maybe. Luke Bailey runs really wide. BWay 9 gets an average, I'd say. I was about to say poor because I did see a slide in there. BWay 9 is not going to go for it. Down at the stadium section. The back part of the circuit, one of the only parts of the old Hockenheim that remains on this track. Into Sachs Corner. Yeah, he's starting to build out a gap here, Luke Bailey, to BWay 9. White Fountain, yet again, driving a pretty dominant race in the context of things. 6.2 seconds though.
Anything? Look how the F4 race is going along. On my computer. I just
Okay.
got having their battles. I want to see if Lewis Milan or Josh have crashed out.
Oh no.
They're on lap 29. They're 2 laps ahead. To be fair, Lewis is running in third, and I just got on board and we got a penalty. What the bottle?
Yeah, I think they're 2 laps ahead because we had a delay here, didn't we? So yeah, it's not really any battles going on right now. So we'll skip through the field. Yeah, this is the only notable battle. What's it looking like in F4?
Well, Danester's just got past Nick for the lead, and they're going at it. And let's watch. They're on board with Lewis, and I see a big incident happening there.
I'm tuning into that.
Let me see how Bugatti's doing as well. What's the one hyper was? Let me see how he's doing. He recently got into ILRC, so congratulations to him, and he's running in 4th.
Not bad. Simo is on the back of Stim here. And of course Stim only got past Simo a few laps ago, so yeah, there could be a bit of a ding-dong battle going on between these two. Not much really to separate them. This is the only other battle going on the track that isn't this battle. It doesn't really seem to be getting anywhere though. So yeah, we're going to keep our eye on this battle. Mr. Torres gets this 3-second time penalty. I don't think that'll mean much in the context of things. Yeah, Stim's starting to pull away. It seems like whenever I go on board with someone for a battle, the car in front always seems to pull away. Let's go on board with Jay Carty and Morin Haig.
I don't think the 2-stop thing actually works on any like these drivers, because if I get the stops up, the only person to do a 2-stop in this field that hasn't had like an instance is Jack Tyler, and he's down in 5th because of it. Where did he qualify? He qualified 2nd, so not doing his championship hopes the greatest, is it?
No. And BWay 9 is actually finally past Luke Bailey. As soon as I said that battle wasn't getting anywhere, BWay 9 is past. Maybe he could set his eyes on David Warbank if he's got enough time to actually do it. And the pace. Jake Hartley could get the podium position back though. Within 3 attempts of Warren Haig and the toe, maybe the ERS could help him. Warren Haig tries to break the slipstream, but it's not enough. And Jake Hartley's going to go around the outside. There was tiny bits of contact there. And Jake Hartley is up into 3rd place, continuing his fantastic race.
Yeah, just a quick note, I have to shoot off since this one is over, so if you could do a question for podiums, I'll try to stick around, but it's unlikely I'll be able to stick, you know.
Yeah. I'll try and think of the questions now. I'm not usually prepared for podium interviews, so
No,
yeah.
I've done a solid job, so don't see why not.
If I'm the only one. Okay. So if I'm the only one doing it, then yeah. It's going to be quite a slow process,
He
I
must
think.
look that way too much. Jamie, look at Jamie, he's rapidly closing
Oh,
Jack.
yeah. This has gone under the cover. How much is actually closing in here? But how long is it until these softs start to wear off and you'll start losing time to Jack? What do you think?
For me, in the McLaren for Apple, I believe I was losing, like, starting to really, I'd say about like 13 when they started going a bit bad for me. Like, maybe because I had the wheel as well.
Well, yeah, he's done 10 laps on these softs now. He's on his 11th lap on them. So, yeah, he wants to get everything done now.
Got the F4 stream, I'm seeing Lewis almost crash. Oh my god, if he gets that move done. Oh my god, have a bow, go on. Oh wow, what a great defender from Dainstar. Oh, Jack Tyler has a problem!
Oh!
Jack's got a problem!
Oh!
Has he got a puncture or something?
He's just let him through. He's running wide.
He's got a problem. He's really got a problem, I think. It's he's surely not got a puncture after 11 laps in mediums. What's he done?
He's not got a puncture. Has tire tabs gone through the roof? Some kind of glitch or something, maybe?
I wouldn't imagine so. I wouldn't really. I don't know. I don't think he really could. He really can go through the roof.
Yeah. But anyway, Jamie Met is passed. And up into 5th. He's 13 seconds off Warren Haig. I don't expect him to really catch him before the end of this race. Pretty impossible, unless something happens to Warren Haig.
Did you say this is Alice's first race?
Yeah.
She's doing a solid job. Very solid job.
Yeah. In 7th place. She's... Well, Stim's not that far off her. It's only 2 seconds, but I think she is actually extending that gap ever so slightly.
Oh, Jack Tyler's attacking. He's gone wide into the hairpin to get a switchback. Smart drive from the young driver.
That's maybe why he let him through to get the slipstream and the DRS on the next lap to try and maybe go quickest. And Jake Hartley's got a penalty. Oh no. I don't want to spoil the penalty, so I don't know what Warren Haig has, if he has got any penalties. Because I just want to see what happens in the last lap. I don't really want to know right now what the turnout is going to be.
I don't know myself, so I know the top 2 haven't got any penalties. It hasn't popped up for me, so I don't imagine they have penalties. I just kicked my toe.
Oh, yellow flags. It's not notorious. I think there was just glitches.
It is, yeah. It's notorious.
Oh, is it?
It's all grass on his toes.
Alright.
Fair to him, he still kept going.
Oh, Warren Haig is passed. Jake Hartley up into 3rd.
Well, as I died.
Okay. As I said earlier, though, Notorious does actually have a tendency for actually keeping on in races and driving for pride after he's lost a wing or two on the first few laps. So fair play to him. He does keep it in there. Oh, Jack Tyler's gone really wide there. Over the bumps, and has actually gained quite a bit of time there to Jamie Met. I don't know if that was a warning for exceeding the track limits there, as Warren Haig goes fastest on 16 lap old mediums.
Impressive.
That's not bad. So Jack Tyler is starting to gain on Jamie Met here. I reckon there's going to be a move on the straight. Oh, he's got a penalty. But he's still going to go for the move at turn 2. No, he isn't. Yeah, that would be foolish to go for a move there. And we're on the penultimate lap. How quick is this race going?
Oh, Jack's attacking Jamie.
Yep. Oh, yellow flag. Alice is gone. Oh, she's been there turn 1. And BWA9 is going to get a point for Red Bull.
Oh, it's unfortunate.
Disaster for the reserve driver in her first ever race. The only woman in F5. She's done herself proud there. She has done herself proud. She's done really well today.
Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Feel bad. Yeah. However,
I think she'll still be classified actually because she completed 90%.
Yeah, she'll be
classified. So, yeah.
13th.
Yeah.
Look at Jack Tyler. He got ahead of Jamie, but with the penalties,
yeah,
could prove costly. Maybe Jamie's tires are just dead. Could we see a possible puncture? Yeah, we are on the last lap.
Yeah.
Did I say White Fountain was gonna win?
No, I think you said Smudge was gonna win.
Oh yeah, Smudge. Well, that's my thing. At least White Fountain's doing me proud. Come on, Fountain.
Yep. As he comes through the last 3 corners, David Warbank has left the session. He's in 9th place.
BUA.
Oh, you're not a woman.
Go on, BUA.
Oh, okay. I just assumed that Alice is a woman, but I think that's her coming into him coming into the chat as White Fountain wins the German Grand Prix.
Fantastic.
With Niles in 2nd. Or Niels, rather. Warren Hagen 3rd. Jay Carty 4th. Now here's the big question. Jack Tyler, will he be 5th or 6th? Because Jamie Metz within the 2nd.
Take the 2 or 3.
BWA. Oh. Yeah. I don't know what happened there. Jack Tyler's crashed into the wall. But Jamie Metz is going to get P5. Jack Tyler P6. Stim going to get some points there for P7. Looks like he was actually skinning it through Sachs.
Anyway.
Okay, good having you.
Yeah, well, congratulations on the comms. Quite good to be part of, and if I can be here again sometime this season, I'll definitely be happy to help step in and join. So, thanks for having me.
Yep, thank you for stepping in. As little leaves the party there, did a good job today as co-commentator. Stim finishes 8th as Simo actually got him on penalties, so that's cool for him. BWA 9 in 9th, I should imagine, unless some penalties in there, but rare points for Red Bull. Can't complain. As you see the podium there, I will invite the podium finishers in a sec. I don't think Warren Haig has a mic, so yeah, I think we're going to have to deal with 2. I'll invite him anyway. So, as the champagne is being sprayed, McLaren driver White Fountain wins the German Grand Prix, and that's going to be crucial towards the championship, considering where his other 2 contenders in the championship finished. Jack Tyler P6 and Mr. P DNFing out of this race, and BOA 9 actually did get 10th in the end. David Warbank actually got 7th despite not even doing the last half a lap. So I'm not putting up with that again. Okay, whoever it is, just don't do it because you're just gonna get timed out. But anyway, I'm gonna invite the podium finishers in just a sec. So flip the screen. I just by the way I got my friends this now. Good. I got Warren Haig on the 2. So let's just wait for them to join. See your final results on screen. I'll take a screenshot real quick to send to Leon after the race. Hello. Let's just wait for the others to join real quick. And I know Warren Haig doesn't have a mic, but I invited him anyway. So, yeah. Starting off with White Fountain in first place. You drove a pretty clean race, no mistakes really. And of course it's win now. Does it put you in the lead in the championship? Because your other contenders were quite down the orders today.
Yeah, Mr. P DNF'd. So I think I'm pretty sure I'm now at the top of the leaderboard with if I can calculate correct, with 12 points in front of Mr. P, but I don't know how much Jack Tyler is behind me. So
yeah, I think Jack Tyler is actually quite a bit behind you. So yeah, I think you lead the drivers' championship. We have a new drivers' championship leader then, because 16 points equals a win, and you're 12 points behind. So yeah, do you think you can win the championship this year, or this season rather?
I think it's a bit too early to say, because you know, like we saw today, it's easy to DNF. We saw Mr. P DNF'd. Could be me next week, could be him again next week, so it's too early to say who might win the World Championship.
Yep, and moving on to Niels now. I think I got that correct. Solid second place. Oh, good. Solid second place today. Do you see yourself as an outside chance of winning the world title?
I hope so. Close season and keep up my good form and hopefully get some more podiums.
Yeah, cool. Pretty brief interviews today, as I actually didn't get any questions ready. But last question, I know this always gets asked because Leon asks it every week. Next track next week is Belgium. Of course, your home race, White Fountain. How do you think you guys will do in Belgium?
It's a very high speed race. It's close at the top because differences between position 1 and position 4 were not that massive. So Mr. P is back into the race in Belgium. It could be quite interesting who's gonna get a podium and who's gonna get dropped down the field.
Yep. Niels?
Feeling positive. Pretty good at the track. It's one of my better tracks, so hopefully can close into the championship then.
Yeah. Is that your answer yet?
No, that's it.
Cool. Yeah, a bit of a one-off this week, guys. Either way, though, it's been a really good race. This has been PSGL F5 in Germany. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.